The distress signal reached Earth on a Tuesday. It was faint, barely a whisper against the cosmic background radiation, but it carried the unmistakable pattern of artificial intelligence. The signal originated from Colony Tau 9, humanity's farthest outpost, orbiting a pale star at the edge of explored space. Director Thomas Reed of the Earth Defense Force sat motionless as the message played. His weathered face revealed nothing but his knuckles whitened around his coffee mug. Overwhelming forces. Colony defenses breached. Unknown species. Request immediate. This may be our final transmission. The message ended with a burst of static. In the command center's silence, Reed placed his mug down with deliberate care. "How many colonists?" he asked. 8,000, sir," replied Lieutenant Jones. "Mostly scientists, engineers, and their families." Reed nodded once. "Prep the Titans, all of them." The lieutenant's eyes widened. "Sir, the Titans have never been deployed in an actual—" "I'm aware, Lieutenant." Reed's tone left no room for discussion. "And inform the pilots they have 30 minutes to say goodbye to their families." The Titans had been humanity's best-kept secret for nearly a decade. 12 massive war machines standing 17 meters tall, constructed from materials reverse-engineered from a crashed alien vessel. Each Titan merged with a single human pilot through a neural link that transformed the machine into an extension of the operator's body. In the loading bay, Chief Engineer Laura Miller supervised final preparations. She approached the tallest of the Titans, Designation Atlas, and its pilot, Major David Walker. "You've never taken these beyond Mars orbit," she reminded him. "The neural load at FTL speeds is theoretical at best." Walker smiled thinly. "Then, I guess we're about to turn theory into practice," Miller hesitated. "There's something else you should know. The neural link, at that distance it might be one way." "Meaning?" "Meaning we might not be able to bring you back." Walker looked up at Atlas, its obsidian surface reflecting the bay lights. 8,000 civilians, Laura. They're out of time, and we're out of options. The 12 Titans launched in perfect formation, their engines glowing blue against Earth's atmosphere. Within moments, they accelerated beyond light speed, vanishing from conventional sensors. Inside Atlas, Walker experienced what the engineers had warned about. His consciousness stretched like taffy, fragmented and reassembled 1,000 times per second. Pain became meaningless, a distant concept rather than a sensation. Time lost all coherence. When reality stabilized, Tau 9 hung before them like a wounded animal. Parts of the orbital colony were already torn open, exposed to vacuum. Surrounding it was a swarm of dart-shaped vessels, each the size of a pre-war destroyer. "Titan Squad, combat formation," Walker commanded, his voice steady despite the neural strain. "Priority is civilian evacuation." The Titans moved with impossible grace for their size, cutting through the alien formation. Walker felt rather than saw the enemy weapons, energy pulses that would have vaporized conventional ships. Against Titan armor, they merely caused the neural link to flicker momentarily. Atlas reached the colony first, tearing through the alien vessel attempting to breach the central hub. Walker's enhanced senses detected life signs clustered in the colony's core, survivors who had barricaded themselves in the last defensible position. "Found survivors," he reported. "Approximately 2,000 signatures, 2,000 out of 8,000. Walker pushed the thought aside as Atlas ripped open a path to the survivors. Colony Administrator Beth Wilson had been fighting for 36 hours straight when the wall beside her exploded inward. She raised her makeshift weapon, a welding torch modified to shoot plasma, before freezing at the sight that greeted her. A massive humanoid figure stood in the breach, obsidian and chrome reflecting emergency lights. Behind it, she glimpsed alien ships being torn apart by similar figures moving with impossible speed. "Earth Defense Force," came a voice from the machine. "We're evacuating all survivors. You have 5 minutes to gather your people." Wilson lowered, her weapon, tears streaming down her face. "They said Earth wouldn't come, that we were too far. We received your message." The machine extended a massive hand. "And we've come to bring you home." The evacuation proceeded with mechanical efficiency. Titans formed a defensive perimeter, while survivors were loaded into emergency pods salvaged from the colony's remaining shuttles. The aliens, initially scattered by the Titan's arrival, regrouped with alarming speed. "They're adapting to our attack patterns," reported Titan Hermes, piloted by Captain Anna Ray, concentrating fire on structural weak points. Walker watched the alien fleet reorganize. "They're intelligent, tactically flexible, and there are a lot more of them than us," added Titan Ares, piloted by Lieutenant James Foster. Walker made his decision. "All Titans, complete evacuation. I'll handle the distraction." "Major Walker, that's not the mission," Ray protested. "The mission is to save these people," Walker replied. "Get them home, Captain, that's an order." Atlas moved away from the formation directly into the heart of the alien fleet. Walker initiated the core overload, a last resort never meant to be used. The neural link flared with warnings, bathing his consciousness in red. From the evacuation, Pod Administrator Wilson watched one Titan break formation, charging into the densest concentration of alien vessels. It began to glow from within, its obsidian surface cracking to reveal blinding light. "What is it doing?" she asked the Titan escorting their pod. "Saving us all," came the simple reply. The explosion momentarily outshone Tau 9's star. The shockwave tore through the alien fleet, shattering vessels into molecular fragments. In the sudden stillness that followed, the remaining Titans gathered the evacuation pods and accelerated away from the devastation. On Earth, Director Reed received the transmission from Titan Squad with a mixture of relief and sorrow. 1,947 survivors recovered, reported Captain Ray. All remaining Titans returning with moderate to severe damage. Major Walker, didn't make it, sir. Reed closed his eyes briefly. Understood, Captain. Bring our people home. He turned to the window, looking up at stars just beginning to appear in the evening sky. Somewhere out there, an unknown species had learned a costly lesson. Attacking humanity's colonies had consequences. Earth might be a small blue dot in an indifferent universe, but it was defended by giants who would cross the void itself to answer a cry for help. And for the first time, Reed understood with perfect clarity. This was not the end of something, but the beginning. The giants of Earth had been awakened, and the galaxy would never be the same.